everyone, welcome back to the channel. I just got back to the accommodation where I'm staying. I ran and walked to a lake about 5 kilometers away, and then I went for a nice cold dip. And then I got back to the accommodation here, and as you can see, or as you might be able to tell, my shorts are wet. I didn't have any bathing suit. I just stripped down to my boxers and I toweled myself off with this jumper. So I'm going to go inside, I'm going to drink some water, maybe have a cup of coffee, and then I'm going to change my clothes, get back out here, and I'm going to make a tutorial video on the jump rope technique of boxer Gervonta Davis, who I saw in a video this morning training with Floyd Mayweather. Hey again everyone, it's a few hours later than what you just saw. I went inside, decided to have a shower and do a few errands in town, but I still wanted to get this video made today. So let's take a look at the footage of Gervonta Tank Davis jumping rope, which I saw this morning. And while you're watching that, I'm just going to take this jump rope off its handles and I'm going to put it into this bucket of near boiling water just to straighten any of the kinks out. This is something I've talked about in a previous video, and I'll provide a link down below in the description. So this rope was in my suitcase. It's really twisted, really kinked, and now I'm going to get those out of it before I start jumping rope for this video. So here's the footage of Gervonta Tank Davis. I'm joking, of course. All right, with a much less kinked jump rope, let's get started with this video. So as you might have noticed from the footage of Tank Davis, Gervonta Tank Davis jumping rope, he did 3 movements: a side swing, a boxer skip, and double unders. In this video, I really want to focus on the side swing. Break down how to do it, especially if you're new to jumping rope. Even if you're not new to jumping rope, this video will make it a lot easier to learn how to do side swings. So, hey everyone, sorry about that, the wind blew down the camera. But as I was saying, this video will make learning how to do side swings a lot easier. So in the video, Tank Davis was doing side swings with his left hand over his right. Because a lot of people are right-handed, I'm going to demonstrate first with the right hand over the left. So you can practice this, and then of course you want to practice with the left hand over your right hand. You want to be able to do both really well. So here I'm just going to start swinging the rope. Notice, so when I'm doing side swings, the hand that's going over top, when you're moving across the body, will be facing like that. The palm will be facing that way. The opposite hand will have the palm facing to the camera, or to the viewers right now. Okay, so I'm just gonna, and when you're bringing it back the opposite way, the hands change. So swing it, and right now I'm just exaggerating the movement. I'm using my arms as opposed to my wrists. But one thing I want you to notice is there's a gap between the 2 ropes. They're not interlocking, they're not kinking. So if you're new to doing side swings, you can practice this. Use your arms, just try to keep a gap between the 2 ropes. And then as this becomes more comfortable, you can bring your hands closer together, all the while keeping a gap. Okay, so as you get better, you can bring your hands closer and closer, all the while trying to keep that gap between the 2 ropes. The gap helps minimize the chances of the rope twisting or kinking and then getting caught in your feet. So side to side, down, bring the rope back. And over time, you can use less arm movement, more wrist. Down, down. Turn the wrist. Turn your wrist over. Okay, turn the wrist over. Okay, so what that movement looks like up close. A lot of good wrist movement. The hands are kind of mimicking each other, except they're just facing opposite ways. You want to just turn your wrists over. Try to keep that gap between the ropes. Okay? And then what he was doing was, he was doing a side swing and then opening up into a jump. So we'll go back into the side swing. Maybe I'll exaggerate it. Okay, don't worry if the rope is flopping around a little bit, especially if it's windy outside. Okay, bring it in tighter, using the wrists. Look at the rope, try to keep that gap. That'll just help prevent the rope kinking as much. And then he's going to do a side swing and then open the rope and jump into it. I'll show you what that looks like first. I'll do it slow. Okay, so as you get better at it, of course, you can pick up the speed. I'll do that slowly to show you what it looks like. We go across the body, open up the rope, jump, bring the rope down here, the side of your body, left hand comes across, and with the right wrist, you just give it a little bit of a flick to make the rope come around a bit quicker, and then you're going to bring the right hand across your body, and the left will follow a little bit behind, and then you're back into the side swing. So let's see what that looks like. Jump, rope down, flick it, across, flick it, across. Okay, let's see that again. Cross, open, down, right flick across, open, right flick, cross, cross, little flick, across, open, a little flick, across, open, a little flick of the wrist, a little flick of the wrist, across, open, a little flick of the wrist, across, open, a little flick of the wrist, cross, open. And then you want to practice that with your left hand over your right. So you can exaggerate the swing if you want, using your arms. Keep a gap. Until you get comfortable with that motion. Swinging the rope, trying to keep a gap. Slowly, it's okay. Pick up the speed if you want. Very windy here today. And then as you get better, you can tighten the gap, make it smaller. Okay, and then same again, we want to open into a jump. Jump, swing a left across, open, back, cross, open. Little flick of the wrist, 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 open, little flick of the wrist, across, open, little flick of the wrist, across, open. Okay, so practice with both. Okay, so once you've learned the side swing and the side swing jump, we can move on to the next move, which is where you alternate your feet a little bit, forward, backwards. One goes forward, one goes backwards, and you just keep alternating that. All the while trying to stay very light on your feet, try not to jump too high off the ground. So an exaggerated version of this is this. Almost like an alley shuffle, which I've talked about in a previous video. But Gervonta Davis, just keeping the feet closer together, not moving his feet too far forward, too far back. So when you first start doing this, you might move your feet a little more farther forward, farther back, but over time you might get closer and closer together. So let's see that, for example. Remember, side swing, open into a jump, and then let's just go into some alternate foot steps. And then he's going to let the rope come down and open, side swing. So that was a few little steps, and let the rope come across just into the side swing, open. Okay? And then, so practice those two moves, Okay, so now that you're practicing or that you're able to do side swings with a jump, and the alternate foot boxer skip, we're ready to go into the final move in the series of movements that Gervonta Davis did, which is the double under, where you jump once and the rope makes 2 rotations under your feet with each jump. Now, I've made a lot of tutorial videos on this. I'll provide a link down below in the description, or you can check the playlist for double unders. Some very helpful videos to learn this move. So basically what it looks like, all exaggerated, I'll jump a little bit higher than necessary, spin the rope twice. As I mentioned in a previous video, when you're jumping, you want to try to kind of point your toes down at an angle towards the ground. Stay light on the toes and balls of your feet. So side swing, we go open it into a jump, just in the regular 2-foot hop, into a double under. Over time you can get lower and lower. Spin it faster. Okay, so we need to learn that move, very popular move with boxers. Okay, so now that you're able to do double unders, which is a very popular move with jump ropers and boxers, then it's just a matter of combining the 3 movements: the side swing, the alternate foot step, and double unders. And then you're on your way to jumping rope like boxer Gervonta Tank Davis. So let's see what it might look like. Crazy wind here today. Side swing, open up into some alternate foot steps. Bring it back around to a side swing, open it up, another side swing, and then you can use your feet, make it look a little bit finesse on the ground. He would throw in jumps. He'd run, jog like this a little bit, and then open the rope. And back into skipping. Then we can go into double unders. Back into skipping. The alternate foot step. Into a side swing. Moving forwards and backwards like Tank was. Double unders. Okay, so get your creative juices flowing, combine the moves, and you'll be jumping rope like Gervonta Tank Davis. Alright, well that's the end of this video. I really hope you enjoyed watching it. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up, share it with anyone who you think might also like it. Any questions or comments, leave them down below. I always love hearing from fellow jump ropers, jump rope warriors, fitness enthusiasts. Alright, thanks for watching everyone. Until next time.